colleagues and friends. On behalf of the Polish Embassy and our Consul General and his wife, I would like to welcome you warmly to the reception, where we celebrate the Polish National Day. And our National Day we usually call the 3rd of May Constitution Day. The 3rd of May Constitution was adopted in 1791, and that was the first modern constitution written in Europe, only second after the United States of America Constitution one. The Constitution promised all peoples that lived in the Commonwealth of Poland and Lithuania civic freedoms, liberty, democracy, and the rule of law. Unfortunately, those promised reforms could not be implemented at that time, as superpowers that were surrounding Poland didn't like the idea of modernization of my country. So it took almost 200 years when we could freely do that. So the Constitution Day, the 3rd of May, was re-established in Poland as our national day, first in 1990. It's 25 years back. And this is also something that makes us all in Poland to look back over those 25 years. And we really truly feel very proud of what we have managed to achieve over those 25 years. The point of departure was a terrible one. The country was totally bankrupt, under totalitarian rule, with growing inflation. 25 years on, we are a stable democracy belonging to international organizations, and I believe rather contributing to the peace and prosperity of the world than making any trouble. I'm very proud to be able to represent my country in Cyprus. We have a long-standing relations, very good relations, going back to the Middle Ages. But in particular, I wanted to mention some moments. One of them is the Second World War, when refugees from Poland came to Cyprus in 1940-41. And of course, Cyprus was under the British administration. But what they remembered most was the warmth and sympathy that they received from the local people. As early as 50 years back, Polish archaeologists were invited to independent Cyprus to work to discover this enormous, rich, beautiful history of the country. The 50 years anniversary we are going to celebrate very soon, later on this month. And then I think that the special moment that really connected us even strongly happened 10 or 11 years ago when Poland and Cyprus, together with other countries, joined the European Union. As it happened, Poland, Cyprus, and Denmark, we all created so-called presidency trio. That was an excellent occasion for people of all walks of life to meet, to discuss, to learn much more about our respective countries, history, and people. Since then, our relationships have really grown stronger and stronger. And I want to particularly thank you, Mr. Minister, because it is under your inspiration that this dialogue between the two foreign ministries has been of a regular character. We at your visit to Warsaw last summer, you were kind enough to invite the Polish foreign minister to visit Cyprus later on this month. The permanent secretary, my dear friend back from London, visited Warsaw only last week, and I was very happy to hear from him that no matter what the substance, the weather was fine. So that's because I take as a sign of a good visit. And let me also use this opportunity, Mr. Minister, to express my words of appreciation and gratitude to His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Cyprus, who has accepted the invitation by the Polish President to visit Poland and Gdańsk this week on the 7th of May, when we are going to commemorate the 70th anniversary of the end of the Second World War. There is no need to say that the Second World War brought a lot of suffering and misery to all countries and peoples in Europe and around the world. It started on the 1st of September 1939 in Poland, in Gdańsk. It ended on the 8th of May 1945. But as much as we in Poland, and I believe in Eastern and Central Europe, respect and cherish the memory of all those fallen soldiers, brave soldiers, very young lives that were lost to liberate our countries from the Nazi Germany occupation. Still for us, the end of the Second World War didn't mean freedom and liberty. It came many, many years later. So thank you very much for the participation by the President of the Republic of Cyprus in this very important event, because I think that also nowadays, in the volatile situation around Europe, we need to reflect, we need to again draw lessons from what happened 70 plus years ago. And then, Minister, I wish to tell you that Poland is closely following the situation in Cyprus. We are full of admiration about the dedication with which your government is conducting all the difficult reforms. We see the results. We see also that sparkle of hope has come, that finally this difficult division of the island might come to an end. This is something that we really hope very much is going to happen. We stand by you. We strongly support your perseverance, your dedication to finally see this beautiful island united and people living in good life and in prosperity. I hope that this harmony, which we've heard from those very talented musicians performing a moment ago, 4 of them playing for us, 2 of them being Polish musicians, but 2 of them being Cypriot, one Greek Cypriot, one Turkish Cypriot. And I believe that this harmony that we hear from them will be something that we are going to hear from the whole of the island in the months to come. Minister, once again, thank you very much for being with us.